What do you think is the future of sports creators on IG? Do you think it'll, you were at YouTube prior. Do you think it'll have a similar, monetization layout? There will be longer form videos, still, short, mostly short form vertical. What do you see as the future for like sports creators on IG?
Yeah, so if you take a step back and think about one of the goals for Instagram, and I would argue this is the case for other platforms, the goal is to enable creators, sports creators, to turn their passion into a living on our platform, right? And again, that applies to any number of platforms where people may be building an audience and trying to monetize. Instagram literally just hit its 11th birthday. Work to do in terms of helping creators monetize. We've had some, especially during the pandemic, some incredible product development to help, sort of support that charter, as it were, whether it's the launch of our first rev share ads product that we hope will be meaningful in terms of being able to literally do what creators have been able to do on other platforms like YouTube and monetize via ads. But to compare to when I was at YouTube, I mean, that was 9+ years ago. It was just, hey, let me enable ads on my videos. That was the way people monetized back then, by and large. Today, it might be, let me enable my fans to tip when I'm going live, or let me enable them to subscribe to me for exclusive content, to sell exclusive merch, or let me find a brand I can work with who cares about the same things I do and create content, that's branded or sponsored. So to me, in terms of your question around the future of sort of creators and monetization, I view it as, yes, Instagram is heavily invested in figuring out a way to turn those people's passion into a living, but also how do we do it in the ways in which they are already trying to satisfy and delight their fans. And the ways in which they're doing that are much more diverse in 2021 than they were in 2011 when I first joined YouTube. So it makes it a little more complicated, but also that makes the opportunity that much greater. And as you know, I mean, we're doing a podcast right now, but you've created content for your fans and followers across God knows how many formats at this point, whether it's short form video, whether it's live, whether it's podcasting, whether it's
I
IRL.
really sound like an ad for Facebook, but I started on Facebook and then joined Instagram, and that's what I credit with my career. Seriously. And that's so to your point, it works.
Yeah, and it's why we try to stay so close to. Sorry about the lighting again, but yeah, it's why we try to stay so close to creators like yourself. And I feel like creators almost diminishing all the things that you do. You're a creator, you're an entrepreneur, you're an influencer, etc. But it's why we try to stay so close and keenly attuned to the things that you may need or view as opportunities, because it is literally going to inform how an Instagram develops more products and tools to better serve you. And again, if you rewind a decade ago, which in many other industries is not that long a time, but if you rewind a decade ago, it was much simpler. If you were a creator, it was, I create content for a platform, I can monetize via ads, I will make a check that I split with YouTube or whatever platform, and that'll be the way I make money. And again, fast forward now, this creator economy that people are using, as a overused buzz term,
Mhm.
that creator economy is as diverse in who the creators are, but also all the different ways in which they can participate in the economy and how they can make money and on which platforms. And so Instagram needs to continue to be at the forefront of that. And I'm really excited to be here and helping inform how we can be better supporting creators in their communities.
Yeah, I mean there are dozens of ways that somebody could monetize on just Instagram, right? Everything from ad placement to a tip to a partnership to a placement of a song on a video that nobody even knows is an ad. Like there are a million different ways, and across all of social, I bet there are 100 to 200 plus ways where creators can monetize their content. And also content, if it's good and evergreen, works everywhere, right? So you just fit it to those, like you cross share it on platforms like Facebook and others. So
Yeah, and you, Buster, like I know you're basically running your own media company right now. So how do you figure out how to maximize those endpoints? How do you figure out a way to maximize what you're creating and its utility across these platforms? I mean, we haven't even touched on something like commerce, right? Which and which is clearly an area Instagram is invested in. But you look at what's happening in the college athletic space with name, image, likeness. A lot of these athletes are creating brands that can be tangibly felt by their audience. Go buy the shirt that they're creating in partnership with FanJoy. Go transact with your favorite athletes. And that isn't exclusive to the LeBrons of the world. That is literally whether you're an 18-year-old who just, joined Ohio State as a freshman quarterback. This is choose your own adventure across any different amount of products, tools, platforms, et cetera. And fortunately for us at Instagram, we know this is the place where, where these athletes, they're holding on to the keys to their own car. They're by and large not giving it to 50 different people to manage a very professional social media presence. These are the guys who are picking up their phone, shooting content, and bringing their fans closer. And that can unlock many monetization opportunities, again, whether you're an athlete, a creator, et cetera.